If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 63 of the My Player series here on FIFA 16. We start with a game against Watford on the day after Boxing Day, the 27th of December. Whether we'll be selected or not for the game against Rotherham, I'm not sure. Presumably we would, considering there is a 4-day gap. We weren't selected for the game against Leicester after the Manchester City game at the end of the last episode, but we were able to get a victory there thanks to the CPU. So we'll play Watford, we may play Rotherham, if not we'll be into the transfer window, and we'll be playing Swansea City, if not Leicester. Time will tell. Now obviously we've put ourselves on the transfer list. No interest in us as of yet, but we are outside of the transfer window, so I'm not sure whether it would even list interest in a player outside the window. I think it would do, but nobody's interested in us as of yet. 12 assists and 12 goals, and 14 assists in 28 games for us so far this season. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself, although Romelu Lukaku kind of has a better goal-scoring record than us, I think, so he too is perhaps going to be up for grabs in the January transfer window. There was a mixed response, or there has been a mixed response throughout as to whether I should leave Everton or not in this January transfer window. As is always the case, you will have the chance to vote on every single transfer offer that I put to you before we make a move. So if you don't want me to leave, ensure that you vote on that vote. There will be an option of, do I transfer, say Bayern Munich coming for me, for example. The vote would be, move to Bayern Munich, and then the other vote would be, wait for another offer / stay at Everton. So if you want me to stay at Everton and a vote comes up, make sure that you vote stay at Everton, and everybody will vote. Everybody that wants to vote move will vote for the move, presumably, depending on where it is. Again, I reiterate, we will only move to a team that is still in the Champions League. We will not leave Everton for a side that isn't in the knockout stages of the Champions League. So if none of the teams that are in this... Eventually we'll get to the Champions League. Jeez, how many competitions are we involved in this year? If none of these teams come in for us, we won't be leaving Everton in this transfer window, and we will definitely wait till the summer, because we have a great chance to win the Barclays Premier League title here at Everton. We're exactly halfway through the season. We're 4 points off Chelsea. We're in great form. Clearly we're going to finish in the top 2 because there's a 13-point gap to 3rd place. So it's a battle between ourselves and Chelsea for a first Barclays Premier League win. And... we're in the Europa League as well, and probably would do quite well in that. So the move is in question. You will have the chance to vote on it, as you always do whenever we have the opportunity to move. So if you want me to move, then you'll presumably be voting for the move, unless you don't like the team that's come in for me. And if you are desperate for me to stay, because there was plenty of people that were desperate for me to stay, then make sure you vote stay at Everton on the vote when they come up, on the votes when they come up, and you will get your wish. So it is all down to you. As you can see, tired squad starting here against Watford after the game against Leicester. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get on, actually. I'm hoping that we can have a decent game. It would be nice to pick up 3 points again if possible. And then it should be an easier game against Rotherham in the Cup, should we be selected for that. And I'm hoping, actually, if we are selected for Rotherham, we can get quite a nice goal / assist tally. But we'll jump straight into the game now. I've been waffling on for the opening few minutes. I just wanted to address the transfer window issue, because there's been a lot of toing and froing in the comment section, etc. So you will have your say, and if enough people vote for enough things, then, you know, what you want to happen will happen, regardless of what that may be. But yeah, let's jump into the game against Watford, shall we? Drop the video a like if you enjoy. It really does help the channel grow when you do so, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll jump straight in now to Vicarage Road. Watford away. 3 points, please. Vidra on the run. Junior intercepts. Delafeu. Nice burst. Still going. Into Mason Holgate, across to Darren Gibson, into me. We'll play it through. Nice football, this. Delafeu on the runs. Is the cross coming? Lukaku's well offside. He's now back onside. Delafeu taking his time. Just runs straight to the defender, but it drops to Mason Holgate, who has the first chance of the game, the right back. Good save by Arla, though, at the near post. Well held. Needed to hold on to that as well. Otherwise, it was going to sneak inside the near post. We'll play this into Junior again. Gives it to Lukaku, to Morales. To Lukaku with the shot. Oh, strong hand. This keeper... That was such a strong arm. Not only did he just get up to try and bat it away, but it stopped dead. That was well struck by Lukaku as well. There's a lot of power behind that. He's been on the weights, the goalkeeper. Absolute arms of love. The strength there was ridiculous to stop that ball dead in front of him. Well, if he's going to be that good for the rest of the game, it's going to be difficult to get a goal, isn't it? They're the first couple of efforts so far, but Arla, the goalkeeper, coming out on top. Gibson, he's back-heeled it to me. I wasn't ready for that. I was going to wait to call for a through ball, but never mind. I'll lay this up wide to Leighton Baines. Going to come back to me, or give it to Morales. I could have played it through the gap in between the defender. All right, Kevin, calm down. But never mind. Keeping the ball. These two love it. Absolutely loving the little 1-2s. A call for the ball through this gap from Gibson. We'll lay it through the gap again to Deulofeu. There's another assist for our tally. Our 15th assist of the season. We really are the English Mesut Ozil right now. We'll celebrate with Deulofeu, perhaps. Go on, just let me do it. Never mind. Kevin Morales and Darren Gibson just bamboozled the defenders by playing consistent 1-2s, and then eventually the ball worked across to the other side. Nice first touch by Deulofeu. Really good finish as well inside that far post. Bending and dipping away from the goalkeeper. What a finish, actually. That's very impressive. 1-0 Everton just before the half hour. Holgate dinks it over to Darren Gibson, to Junior. Into me. Gibson's made the run. I'm going to play it to Morales though instead. I fancy him to deliver a better ball into the box than Darren Gibson. Where's he? Oh, I thought about calling for it, but there was so much space for him to have the shot. I just left him to it. He had the shot. It's another good save by Alauskis in between the sticks. Could have been 2-0 there just before half time. I was in so much space. So was Lukaku in the middle, but Morales had done so well to turn inside. He deserved the option to have the shot himself, so I let him do it. And unfortunately, though, he wasn't able to get it into the back of the net. Just before half-time, we remain 1-0 up. I thought about throwing myself into a tackle there. Glad I didn't. Probably would have ended up on the in the referee's little book with a yellow card to my name. Capu to Berami into Vidra. He's got a man running in front of him. May have to try and get involved defensively. I tried. Not the best of tackling stats, to be honest. Here's Matty Fernandez with the shot, not far away. Watford's best effort at the game so far at home at Vicarage Road comes just after the hour mark, but not really good enough to draw any sort of save out of the goalkeeper. They're bringing on Belkalem for Britos. I don't know where Belkalem plays. Britos is a centre-back. So I don't know whether that's a defensive change or a formation change. I'm not sure. I don't know what sort of player Belkalem is, to be completely honest. But Watford making changes to try and get themselves into the game. So we'll have to wait and see if that change actually sparks anything for them, or whether it's still going to be us with a comfortable lead for now, as Besic draws that across and almost gives it straight to Vidra. Lukaku's made a good run. We'll play him in. A bit further wide than I wanted to play the ball, but he's given it back to me. I've got Alan Nyon with me. I'll hold him off. We'll give it to Lukaku again. Look, Romelu with a first-time shot. What a save! Keeper onto the bar. Wonderful save by Alauskis. We stay 1-0 up for now, but it could have been a wonderful second there for Romelu Lukaku. But top draw goalkeeping yet again. Final whistle goes, and it is our assist to Gerard Deulofeu with that really good finish in the first half. That is the difference between the two sides here. Watford had a couple of chances to get themselves back in it. We had a couple of chances to extend the lead. Neither were able to actually score a goal. So our pass to Gerard Deulofeu made the difference. 5 shots, 5 on target, and if it weren't for Alauskis in between the goal, or in between the sticks in goal, we could have had a couple more goals to our tally. But never mind, 3 points is 3 points, as we always say, regardless of the actual scoreline and the outcome. Another clean sheet as well. Are we going to be selected for the game against Rotherham? We will find out in a moment. If we are, we'll play it and then move on towards Swansea to see if there is a transfer offer in for us in the opening few days of the transfer window, which there may be. We are playing against Rotherham, so we'll jump into this now. We'll play this one, and then we'll advance as far as Swansea just to see if an offer comes in or to see if it shows anyone as having an interest in us. We'll find out. Saka on the runs at the beginning of the game. On a real run. I think that was actually just a heavy touch. He meant to intend to run onto himself. But Lukaku with a cross. Aaron Lennon the far side. Scored a great goal for Everton against Tottenham at the weekend. Not able to get on the end of that cross though. Danny Ward apparently scored 4 goals in his last 3 games. So we'll have to keep an eye on him defensively. It's a good cross though. Could have someone underneath it. No, Lee Camp comes and punches. There'll be another corner to Everton. It's very foggy here away from home. Is it the New York City Stadium in Rotherham? I think that's where they play. I think that's the name of their new ground. Oh, we get the header in. Just wide, though. I wasn't sure I was actually going to reach that, but we were able to get up above the defender and the keeper. First chance after 5 minutes, but couldn't quite... Oh, so close, but not quite on target. Here's Romelu Lukaku down the left. Cross comes in, headed towards... Besic, I think that was in the middle, actually. Maguire's heavy pass to Green results in a heavy touch. Lovely first touch there, though, from Aaron Lennon. Is the pass coming? There it is. Besic! Oh, straight at Lee Camp. A really good chance, actually. Came from the mistake from the Rotherham defender. They've not really offered much going forward the other way, as you might expect them not to really try too hard in the opening 2 stages. They just want to ensure that they are still in the game for the latter stages. Maybe try and nick it on the counter later in the game. We get wiped out from behind there. Should be a yellow card for the Rotherham man. We'll wait and see. What's the referee going to do? It's a yellow card for Green. It was his heavy touch that led to the previous chance as well. Not a good 5-minute spell for Paul Green, but luckily for him, despite getting a yellow, it wasn't a red, and luckily for him, despite having a poor touch to set up a chance for us, we didn't score. Smallwood into Frecklington. Well, Rotherham having a chance here maybe. Frecklington with a shot. Oh, I thought for a minute that it just snuck in the bottom corner. It hit the support post behind the goal. Rotherham's first and so far only chance of the game. But whether that was worth waiting for them, I'm not sure. They have just sat back defensively for the majority of this first half. We said that they might, just try and stay in it for as long as possible and be quite defensive, and then maybe try and catch us on the counter and nick a goal. They tried that there at the end of the first half. It didn't quite come off. We'll have to be wary of that in the second, because that's clearly their game plan. Frecklington. Oh, nice back heel to Smallwood. They're actually getting a little bit more adventurous now, Rotherham, as we get deeper into this second half, but it may end up costing them if we can pick them off like that and then start to flood forward. Nice run. This is Barkley-esque. We'll try and slot through Lukaku. Go on, Romelu, you can get there. Oh, tripped, ref, penalty surely. 20 minutes still to go, and we'll wait and see if anything actually happens in those 20 minutes. Otherwise, it looks like Rotherham might earn themselves a replay, because they played very well defensively. We've had a couple of top opportunities and chances, but oh, what a ball through to Mason Holgate. This may be one here. Lukaku in the box, tries to square it. There's Delafeu with a header, and it is 1-0 to Everton. As soon as we start talking about Rotherham maybe doing enough to earn themselves a replay, the curse of the commentator strikes. It's 1-0 Everton. Down the right-hand side, so much space for Delafeu at the back post, and picked out brilliantly by Romelu Lukaku, and a gorgeous header actually. Not much to aim at there. Very tight angle. Keeper, a weird attempted save from Lee Camp, just fell over underneath it, but decent header from Delafeu, and we are 1-0 in front for the second game in a row. Morales on the runs. He's on the opposite side to Delafeu now. Delafeu on the left. Or volley that, Ches. Or, just stand there and don't react at all. That would have been a brilliant opportunity to smash that on the volley Mers right into the top corner. Good cross by Delafeu, cleared away by Thorpe. I'll call for this from Cleverly. We'll get it. Under control. There's Besic. Cleverly. Besic into me. Run by Morales. We found him. Kevin Morales to make it 2. Oh, what a save by Lee Camp. It's dropped to me. Wow. Really, really lucky. I wanted to volley that initial cross as first time right into the top corner. For some reason, my guy just stood there. He almost looked as if he shook when I tried to take the shot, and then there we get so lucky. I think it deflects off the defender and the goalkeeper. We'll see from the replay. Off the defender into the goalkeeper, into the back of the net. I think the initial shot was on target, but still it does end up in the back of the net. It's 2-0 to Everton now. The curse of the commentator really does hit, and it looks like we're going to be going through in the FA Cup to the 4th round. Green, Buxton. Are Rotherham going to get themselves a consolation goal? They had a chance at the very end of the first half that actually wasn't that far away from Frecklington. They've pushed a lot of men forward, but it's not enough time for them to even get themselves that consolation goal. It's going to be a 2-0 win here for Everton away from home against Rotherham. In the FA Cup, we get a goal. Delafeu got the other one after a good cross by Romelu Lukaku. Pleased with that. It was always going to be a comfortable game against Rotherham, but they had a chance or two to maybe score at least one, but they weren't able to do so. So we take a 1-0 win against Watford and 3 points in the league. I didn't see how Chelsea got on actually on that match day, and then we get a comfortable progression through in the FA Cup. Chelsea lost. We've closed the gap from 4 points to 1. They've lost their first game of the season, and we remain unbeaten. Well then, that livens things up for the Barclays Premier League title race as well, doesn't it? As we move into the January transfer window, not sure whether we're moving on or not. Things are getting very, very interesting here in the My Player series. Our penalties have gone up 1 as well. We'll advance as far as the Swansea game to see if any offers come in for us. And they have not. So, that will be all for today's episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. We'll see if anyone is showing any interest in us. Nothing yet. That's all for now, though. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video, like I say, drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. All the links are down below. You know this by now. I'll see you next time.